Let's take a look at the NFC playoff picture where 3 of the 4 divisions have been clinched. The Rams can join that group with a win over the Browns and a Cardinals loss to the Cowboys in Week 17. There are currently 4 teams within 1 game of the 1 seed in the NFC. Dan, we got to sprint to the finish here. Only 2 weeks remaining in the regular season. Who in the NFC needs the 1 seed the most to reach the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's the Green Bay Packers. Number 1, because of injury, because they need Aaron Rodgers to have his toe as healthy as possible. We saw him this past weekend, I thought, limping more visibly than he has ever since this injury became a thing. I also think the ability to get guys healthy, David Bakhtiari coming back and getting him reps and healthy, Jair Alexander coming back, Zadarius Smith's coming back. So the injuries of their football team kind of like allowing those guys the most amount of time to get healthy and get back to playing football. But I also think we started to see this defense that we were raving about for such a long time start to become a little bit of a weakness for this football team, specifically how they stop the run in their nickel defense, meaning 5 defensive backs on the field. I think them playing at home is going to minimize the greatest weakness of their football team. I think them playing at home, no one knows how to throw a football in Lambeau Field in January better than Aaron Rodgers. And that matters. The way the wind blows, the feel of the football, how to handle the different quarters and the direction of the wind. No one knows how to handle that better than Aaron Rodgers. And for their offense to play as good as they can or as good as they're going to need to somewhat minimize the weakness of their defense, I think the best opportunity has that being at home. No one has I don't think anybody.
They did have the 1 seed last year, though, right? And weren't the Bucs the wild card, and they went in and beat them, and then went on to win the Super Bowl, if I remember correctly.
Absolutely, but that Bucs team is a different team than we know this year, because right now the Bucs are a giant question mark. What's the health going to be of Leonard Fournette? What's the health going to be of Mike Evans? What the health is going to be of Shaq Barrett?
I mean, it's obvious. People don't want to go to Lambeau in January. Like, nobody wants to play there. But to me, it's the Dallas Cowboys. One, because when you look at how the Dallas Cowboys play offense at home, the way that they score points at home is different. And very much to what Dan said about being in Green Bay, minimizing the negative of the defense, I think it only accentuates the positive of the big-time playmakers on defense in Dallas if you're playing at home. If Micah Parsons is making plays, if DeMarcus Lawrence is making plays, Randy Gregory, Trayvon Diggs, and now you have a controlled environment for Dak Prescott and all of these skill players. I don't want to see the Dallas Cowboys in Lambeau in the playoffs. I don't think the Dallas Cowboys want to be there either, but if you can get this game at home, if you can have Dak Prescott be comfortable, if you can be in the confines of the perfect situations, right, the perfect conditions, I believe the Dallas Cowboys are hard to beat. This is a team that's averaging 38 points a game at the crib, right? Also, we look at the other side of it. This is a defense that is now making huge play after play because their stars are excelling. Now, you put that in your home stadium, you get the crowd behind you, you get a team that is now confident. I believe the Dallas Cowboys with home field advantage are a team that nobody wants to play.
No, I think that your point of the Dallas Cowboys offense, because when we talked about this at the start of the show, when they play with their tempo and at the line of scrimmage, they are a different offense. That's much easier to do at home than it is on the road. And I think your point to the defense is fair. The only thing that I would say is I think that Green Bay needs that time because Dallas isn't dealing with injuries the way that Green Bay is dealing with.
So your biggest thing is being able to get the break as well.
Absolutely. I think that break with only one with Rodgers. I mean, we're talking about their 4 best players having, again, not only the ability to have the time away for healing, but also getting those. You know what it's like to be out of football for a long period of time. Zadarius, Bakhtiari, and Jair have been out of football for a long time. Just those guys having the ability to get back into practice and reps and feel. Because when you get into the playoffs, you know, like it's win or go home. And so I think that's the biggest thing for Green Bay is for them to get all their guys back healthy and just as recent into the flow of football as possible. I think your points in Dallas are fair. I think Green Bay needs it for their guys more than anything.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.